This is sorry about that. And all right, okay, can you guys all see that?
Yeah, I see.
You can see it says hello pups web3.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Everything is
perfect.
fine.
All right, okay, let's go then. That's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. All right. So welcome guys. We are going to be going through the Alpha Caller content tonight. We do have Simon speaking as well, who is a VIP guest. If you don't know who Simon is, he's one of the head guys at Bridge 3. So he advises many projects on how to launch, etc. And not only that, he's also head of the alpha callers for Nikki G server. So he put me in touch, and obviously I went through with Simon, and that's how I got onto Nikki G server, which was a real good move for me. And obviously we're looking for some more skilled people that have been making alpha calls to join possible different other projects that we have lined up that are looking for alpha callers, because obviously, as you know, the we people want fresh alpha, and it seems that a lot of the times, like we've said before, it turns into beta because people are just following each other's alpha. So what we want is people who think for themselves, who go out, look at the market, look for opportunities, and can obviously spot those opportunities and share them with the alpha group, and not exactly just go around listening to other people and reposting, because that is not what an alpha caller does. As an alpha caller, you need to be innovative. You need to see things before other people. You need to be able to read trends, spot moonshots, and there's a lot more to it than people think. So how would you apply for an alpha caller role? Now, the way that I started was I started recording my calls in some channels. There was just the Mutant Sheba channel, the Alpha Talk channel. I was just recording it. I was screenshotting all of them. I was trying to keep up with the current trends. I didn't rush it at all. I went unpaid probably for the first month. I wasn't trying to make calls on everything. I was being very cautious with my calls. I was following influencers at the time, and I was obviously active in alpha caller groups, listening to what people were talking about, getting different ideas of what's trending and what kind of sentiment the market was at that time. And then obviously I was staying active. I was doing 16 hours a day, and I still do. And I mean, looking at Block Probe, looking at RC tools and nerds, and just keep looking for something that has some nice thin walls, that has some growing volume, something that other people aren't maybe looking at, or something that just launches that has incredible volume. So these are the main things that I would say you need to do in order to get your journey started. So like I say, record everything, start getting a little portfolio of your calls, and start presenting yourself as an alpha caller in different servers, so people know, okay, this dude, he's with it. He's calling some stuff here that, you know, is coming right, and some good free mints he's calling. He's obviously got his ear to the ground, and that's what people are looking for. Because if you got your ear to the ground, you know what mints are coming out, what free mints. And that's it. It's not about being beta. It's about spotting all of these different ones and trying to see, okay, this is a good opportunity. I really think I'm going to push with this one. So yeah, those are the main steps, I would say. There probably are a few more. Okay, so what are the skills required from an alpha caller? Okay, now this is not an understatement. It's many hours of reading charts, many hours of reading charts, because you start to see patterns, and when you start to see the pattern, that's when you can start making calls. If you don't, it's kind of like you're just shooting in the dark. You're just guessing on what's going to happen. You want to make an informed decision, and if you want to make an informed decision, that's going to mean hours of reading charts, past charts, current charts, and just trying to get a feel of how the market's working in that particular time. Obviously, bear market, bull market, completely different. You need an advanced understanding of analytics. Something that I'm going to show you guys a little bit about on NFT Nerds and one or two other platforms. We'll go deeper into that with Didka when we do the tools. But I will just show you a basic outline of the analytics tools that I use as an alpha caller. And I'll also show you how to do it manually on OpenSea, which isn't the most reliable, especially when it's a new mint and it's just minting out, because if you do that, it's a little bit more risky, obviously. So you don't know what's going to happen. You need to be in touch with the current trends. So obviously things like goblins, and what kind of meta it is at the moment. If you look at the moon bats, if you look at suckers, the stray dogs, it's all kind of the same trend. So all free mints, all shitty kind of artwork. And yeah, so that's just a basic thing of what you need to be with trends. Then obviously you need to be honest as well. This is something that I think a lot of alpha callers take for granted. You need to be very honest as an alpha caller. One, you need to be transparent with your calls. You need to take screenshots, obviously, at the exact time that you make the call, and make sure that those timestamps meet up. You also need to be transparent with your audience and tell them if you do own some of the NFTs, because what could happen is you could be called out for pumping your own bags. I generally don't buy my own calls ever, because it's just it becomes a problem. If I do, I will make it very clear that I have bought something and I'm making a call, because what could happen is you could buy it, you could sell it before someone else, the floor drops, and they think that you're using them as exit liquidity. So I just think I think that being honest is something that you all need to look at being, if you are going to be an alpha caller. At first it's low pay, but it's high reward. Reason being is you're spending so many hours reading charts, you pick up on some things as well. Like I say, you don't buy your own calls generally, but now then you might. But not just that, the high reward is that you get a lot of recognition for making a good call. So if you do make a good call, a lot of people follow you, a lot of people will see you as high value, and that's what you want. Your name in this industry, your name is your currency. There's no such thing as ETH. There's no such thing as USD. Your name in Web3 is your currency. So if you have a good name, you rich as fuck. If you have a bad name, you poor as fuck. It doesn't matter how much ETH you have in your wallet. Your name in this is everything. Going forward, people are going to look back and they're going to go, who can I trust? Who's the person that I can bring on that's going to, that I can put this project into their hands and know that they're going to, they're going to do well. It's really, really, really something that you need to focus on, is building your name. So maybe it's low pay at first, but what you're doing is you're building your name. And building your name, one more time, is the highest reward you can have in Web3. All right, the next is, obviously it goes hand in hand, a good social media following. If your name is good, people will follow you on social media. If you're making good calls, people will obviously follow you as well. And when I say a good following, I don't mean going out and buying a bunch of 1,000 followers. I mean onboarding people that are actually going to engage with your posts, like your posts, retweet your posts, comment on your posts, because that shows people that your audience are not fake. They're all real. And not just that, it's just the better way to go about it is organic, I feel. Confidence as well. You need to be confident in this game. You can't be scared. When I first started, I was scared as fuck to make a call. I used to shit myself. I used to think, fuck, I'm about to make a call here that, someone can lose a lot of money on this call. Like, I don't know if I can make this call, and then maybe I wouldn't make the call, and it would moon, and I would be pissed off because of that. So, I think that having that confidence and not being reckless, but just having confidence in yourself is very important. And it's something that you will gain with time, because after time, you'll recognize that I know what's going on here. I'm happy to make this call. It's an obvious play, it's an almost immediate win. The volume's there, and yeah. So what tools are you going to be using as a alpha caller? So you're going to be using NFT Nerds, I would say. You can use that free or paid. The free version has a delay. The paid version is fast as fuck. Block Probe, the same, although I will say that their pass at the moment has fallen down and the analytics is not so good anymore. And guys, also just realize this is a little bit of a old list. It's not that old, it's about a few days old, but I've already got other ones that I can add to this. So it's yeah, they're growing every day and the tools are getting better and better. And yeah, we'll go into that a little bit later with Simon. So obviously you can use gem XYZ, which I love, because obviously for the sweep aspect of it, obviously also you can see ongoing transactions, pending transactions, and what they're going through, and you can save yourself some gas on that if you want to pick up more than one NFT. But it's not so much of an analytics platform. What I kind of use that is just to look and see who's actually sweeping at the time. So that's what I will use that for. Actual trading tools, obviously there's Nansen used to be quite good. NFT Go is free, so if you want to use an analytics tool that's free, it's got NFT Go. The thing about them is their metadata takes a long time to upload. So you're generally looking at established collections. If you're looking at NFT Go, you're not looking at something that's just recently dropped. Revoke.cash, that's obviously you need to visit that site often. Just make sure that you're not connected to any sites. We obviously spoke about burner wallets yesterday. I won't go into that anymore. Your de-risk.tools. Now this one is something that every single alpha caller needs to get on board with. When you make an alpha call, you need to go de-risk that shit before you even make the call. So you need to go into one of the sales, you need to go onto the transaction hash, copy it across, put it into de-risk.tools and see what the exit is on that. Because it's all good and well calling something, but if it's a low priced NFT and it de-risked to almost a double up, it's not really worth it. If gas is $15 and the NFT is $15, so in that case you would always need to go de-risk. I do it every single time, because sometimes you think it might be a call and you look at the wall and you think, oh, it can go, but there's a huge wall in front of what you need to de-risk at. So at that point, I would definitely not call it. NFTI.io, another free one. Unique.cx, very, very underestimated and under the radar. I like it, but their metadata takes too long to refresh, which is also a bit annoying. RC tools, obviously fast as hell. You pay a monthly subscription for RC tools. You can use the free version, but then you only get the 1 hour time frame. I did have a hack for it. Unfortunately, I've lost that hack. Well, they fixed the patch on the tool, so we can't use that anymore. But I did patch it so that you could use RC tools with no time restriction, so you could do it all the way down to 1 minute. But unfortunately, they've figured it out, so they fixed it. Now, what's minting live? I love this one. This one's kind of new on my radar. Well, no, I wouldn't say new. I've been using it for about 2-3 weeks now. What they've got now is, and it's just come up, is the free mint part of it. So it's what's minting live, but you can look at just free mints. So if you go sit on What's Minting Live and you just watch the free mints, you can find those free mints pretty easily. You can do that on Blockprobe as well because they've got a mint monitor. I believe NFT Nerds does too. So there are more and more tools coming out, and I will say, I've used a couple. You can't hear me. Can everyone else hear me? 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, you're good, Rick. I hear you, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so mobi.gg as well. But what I will say is this. Now we're getting into a new era now where things are changing with tools, and we're getting tools that give you a huge advantage over the whole market. So these things are like NFT Sensei, you've got Tiny Astros, you've got Token, you've got Bridger, you've got, I'm not going to mention the other one that you guys are going to hear a little bit about tonight, which I'm super, super hyped about because obviously they're going to be doing a collab with the Alpha Kennel. So I want, as many of you guys to listen up on this because you guys are obviously going to be able to get access to it, and it's going to be very exciting because it's apparently it's a fire tool, and there's one or two others as well. We've also got a few other things that are coming up that you guys can get really excited about, but we'll leave. We don't need to put all the cards out on the table now, so we'll leave it at that. But that's as far as the trading tools go. We've got a few more here that you can, if you're more than welcome. As I say, this is recorded, so you can go back and just have a look through these. I'm not going to go through every single one. These are the ones that I use mainly for rarity and sniping. But like I say, a lot of the tools that are coming out right now have the sniping tools in them. So they're kind of becoming a little bit, insignificant now. So I think the more recent ones are a little bit better. Then you've got the Solana ones. The one thing I do like about Token is that they do include Solana on their I'm not sure if it's live yet, but I know that they are going to be including Solana as well, which is really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Solana. I used to be big into Solana, but I kind of left it just because of the amount of bots and servers, and I don't see Dolce and Gabbana, I don't see Nike, I don't see all these big companies buying into Solana ecosystems. I see them all buying into Ethereum. So I see Ethereum as the mainstream, so I'll stick with that. But I do dip my toes every now and then in Solana. I know people made a few bags of primates. I know Ray did really well of primates. He was buying them at like whatever, I don't know how many 3 sol and selling them at 30. So don't count out Solana all the time. So okay, how do we spot a moonshot? So this is really hard at the moment with the free mint meta. It's super hard. Before it was a little bit different because people had a floor price to pay, so you had the security of that floor. I'm sorry, mint price. You had the security of their mint price to keep it dropping below a certain point. But right now, with the free mint meta, people can go all the way down to 0.0078, and they still, at least breaking even or making a bit of money because the gas is only cost them $8 to mint however many. So this has become tricky. This is a lot trickier than it was before. It's a lot more volatile. It's gambly. It's, if that is even a word. It's not investing. So, but let's just talk about it. So what you want to see is high initial volume and low listings. I'll just cover the 2 points in one. So you want to see a much higher number of sales than listings happening. Now, luckily, a lot of the analytics tools are giving us that. I'm going to show you just in a little bit how to do that on NFT Nerds and how to look at listings versus volume quite easily. That falls into supply versus demand. Small collections right now are the best thing that you can get invested in my opinion, because obviously there's less chance of people dropping the floor. There's less chance of people holding multiples. Another thing that I don't have on here is I would look for a very equal holder to item ratio. That's also another good indicator of a moonshot. So if there's 4.8k owners and 10k items, that's good to me. If there's 2k owners and 10k items, that's not so good to me, obviously, because too many people hold a few and they could easily try and drop a few. It's like, if we have to think of it from the consumer's point of view. If I'm holding 5 and I'm in profit, I'll drop 2 just to be able to make my money back. And everyone has kind of the same idea, so it's just causes like a waterfall snowball effect. So it's a dangerous game to play. Like I say, low listings is very important, and obviously something that you have heard about that is a rumor, and you know that it's going to shoot the price up. With those, obviously, I always think as soon as you're in profit, sell, because at the end of the day, it is a rumor. Until something is officially announced, the price will keep pumping. And then once the news is out, the hype kind of dies down and people are like, meh, like it's not so exciting anymore. People love the excitement and the mystery of Web3, I've noticed. So as soon as that goes, it seems like they seem to lose interest. I apologize for that. So, all right. So, rugged. Let's talk about being rugged. You guys need to know about this, obviously, as alpha callers, because you do not want to be calling any rugs. Like, that is a very, very quick way to get your name tarnished. Obviously, it's it can happen to anyone. I've made calls on mints that have been super cheap on the floor, like 0.002, that have ended up being rugs. You're not going to get every single one correct. Sometimes they set it up so well, and I'm just going to explain how they do this. So what you'll see is abnormally high numbers held among few wallets. Like I said, 2k owners, 10k items. But they are even finding a way around this now with tools like we've got, like Sensei. You can open 100 wallets within 3 clicks. You've got 100 wallets. You can fund those within 2 clicks, and then you could mint off 100 wallets. So even that right now is not a great indicator because of these tools and how readily available they are. Before it was just Flipper, but now you can pretty much, most tools have got minting bots that split wallets up and will split into multiple wallets, like the funds into multiple wallets, and you'll be able to mint off multiples. So wash trading, something that you need to look for. Go look at trades that are going on. Go look for big sweeps. Go into the wallets of the people that are sweeping and go see what's going on. Another thing with wash trading is they set auctions at certain prices, and then they'll do a private sale. So it looks like something's just sold for 0.015, when in fact it's just two friends trading between each other to set the floor at 0.015. So it's a false floor. So look out for wash trading. It's something that's happening more and more in the NFT space, and I've caught a few people out wash trading. It's definitely the hugest red flag. You can, if you see that, I would never make a call on that. And yeah, like Clutch McLean's saying, a good ratio is usually, I would say, about 50%. So 5,000 holders, 10k items, that's great. Anything above that's even better. But anything below, I would say around 35% is dangerous. So 3,500, 3,000 owners and 10k items is dangerous, unless there is a caveat to that. There is a benefit to holding multiples, in which case then you need to kind of think about if that is the case, or if it's just people that have mass minted. I know someone mass minted 1,000 Gossamers. Gossamer pumped all the way up to 0.5. He's currently holding the project at ransom, so he will not sell those. He's going to keep that whole project at ransom with those 1,000 mints that he did, by basically keeping the floor low. He will just keep dropping them onto the floor after, like, over and over and over and over, and there's nothing that the project can do. He owns that project right now, owning 1,000 of them, and I mean, he's made his money back I don't. I mean, how many fold? Because it pumped up to 0.5. So he's already made, a Tesla of this. Like this is just jokes for him now. He's busy laughing at them by holding those. I don't know how many he's got left. Probably a few hundred, but he's pushed the floor right down, and it's almost ruined their project. Aside from the fact that they needed Web3 professionals on board, they probably needed to hire Bridge 3, but they went with some other random like uh bridging kind of project, Web3 experts, and they totally have flopped it. I think they called Gid, or someone commented on it today. But anyway, we'll leave that out. So suspicious wallet addresses, obviously that falls back into the wash trading. You go into the wallets and just go see how many they're holding, large wallets listing, same type of thing, a low number of unique buyers. So when you go into the activity and you see it's only a few people like that are making all that volume, that's a huge red flag, because it's literally just a few friends that are busy sweeping their own floor. So it's another red flag. Multiple new wallets sweeping, go into the wallet, see, okay, shit, these wallets have never had any action, this is their first buy, and there's hundreds of these, there's bots, this thing's been hit by bots. And then obviously the irregular volume action, which would be something like a load of sales before it's even minted out. That just doesn't even make sense, especially on a free mint. Something like that I just roll my eyes at. So keep a good eye out for these signs, because there are a lot of them. I will just add one or two things onto it because of the meta. Signing over permissions on your MetaMask wallet, even on these free mints, is hella dangerous. Don't do it. Use a burner every time. I would recommend every person goes out and spends $70 on a ledger. I almost guarantee you guys will spend $70 on gas in the last month. So why you wouldn't spend it on something that's going to keep you safe is ridiculous. It's beyond me. I really think a ledger is one of the first things you buy. I mean, obviously, if you're not trading high value NFTs, then I guess it's not such a huge thing, but you still just don't want to lose those NFTs. It sucks, trust me. I'm not even going to say I've never been rugged, because I have. I've just bought a stolen NFT. Well, could I control it? Probably not. But end of the day, I still got rugged. And that just shows that it doesn't matter how long you've been in this, how much research you do, how many burners you use, you still open up to the fact that you probably will get rugged at some time in this space. But one thing is, from that rug, you learn so much that it's almost like paying a university. I looked at it like that. It's like I paid a university to teach me something, and I will never make that mistake again. So let's talk about buying and selling signals now. Very important. So a sudden increase in sales are very obvious. It would be a buy signal, but with a low number of listings. So if you see that people aren't listing, but the sales are going up, and you can go into OpenSea, you just turn on listings, turn on sales at the same time, and you'll see, if you see more blue, that means that there's more sales, it's a go. If you see more white, that's listings, it's a no-go. So you try and gauge it just even from your eyes. You can do it. I'll show you how to do it on NFT Nerds, but you can do it manually with your eyes. You can just go and see, oh shit, the ratio here looks like 20% are listing and 80% are buying. For me, that's a buy. That's when it's a go. Obviously, a free mint at the moment is a good thing to watch. I would definitely not recommend buying anything of secondary that's a free mint, unless you see some sort of crazy price action that you think, okay, this can do well. Reason being is that those people that free minted for free. Like I mentioned before, they're willing to take $20, because guess what? $20 is a W. So even if you might have bought it off secondary for 0.1, that does not matter. It's a free mint. It can go all the way down to 0.01, because at the end of the day, some people minted 100 of them and they're willing to take 0.01 for it. So be very, very, very aware of that. And then obviously your sell signals. Now that's the opposite. So if you start seeing a lot of white coming up, the sales going down, look at pending sales. I often watch pending sales, and if I see that start dropping down, that immediately to me is a sell. I'll undercut the floor and I'll just drop it right there. Obviously, when you see a wall thickening, sometimes that's less obvious because the wall won't be at floor, it will be just slightly above floor, but you'll see like a 0.1 wall thickening, thickening, thickening. That to me would be a sell signal, and I would list it just below the wall. So obviously you need to know those sell signals. A sudden decrease in sales, like I'm saying, that's the pending thing, and obviously reveal day. Something that everyone probably knows on reveal day, most of the time there's going to be a dip, whether the dip's just after reveal or whether the dip's before reveal. It happens. There's always going to be a dip. I would say 90% of the time. The 10%, well, good on them, but I'll go with the 90% odds any day. So be always aware that if you aren't wanting to hold something, make sure you get rid of it before reveal. Well, unless you want to play the game of 10,000 to 1, you could also just go down to your local gas station, buy a scratch card, because I think it's also 10,000 to 1. So your choices it's up to you. I've personally never pulled a 1 of 1, and I've minted hundreds of projects. So you need to kind of weigh out your odds. I know the dream of pulling a 1 of 1 is amazing, and like it has worked out for me holding through reveal once or twice. There is a moment on reveal where people don't really know the value of the collection. They don't have the plugin of Trade Sniper, and they just assume something's like a 1 of 1 or a high rank, when meanwhile it's like ranked 9,000, and they overpay for it. So you can use that to your advantage if you get to the point where you're still holding and it's about to reveal. I would literally list the second it reveals, and don't list low, list high, because then people think that it's some kind of rare. It's worked for me before, so it's not like it doesn't work. All right, let's talk about some alpha groups and passes. We are going to go into this a lot more with Ditka on Thursday. This is just a couple that I'm speaking about. These are things that people join if you don't know what an alpha group is or pass. And what happens in there is you get alpha from different people. You get access to whitelists, marketplaces, and there's a whole bunch of other benefits to being in an alpha group. Obviously, since I've joined the G Babies, it's like a little family. Opportunities keep coming out of the G Babies for myself, for the G Babies themselves, and it's really good to find a family, an alpha group that you can stick with, because if you don't have an alpha group, it's kind of lonely out there, and that's the truth. You need a group that you can go back and discuss, look what's going on with the market, what do you guys think of this? And someone will be like, nah, don't look at the volume on that, and you'll get a second opinion, and you'll have people that are like-minded, that kind of know the way you trade, all on the same page as you, in the same chat. I've just listed 5 here, but to be honest, there's about 150 I could go on. The reason I've just listed a few here is because obviously that's Ditka's thing. He's going to go through all of them for you guys on Thursday. You guys are literally going to be able to see every single one behind the curtain. So we're going to go into it. The only one we don't really have yet, but we will get it, is Dark Echelon. We have Token, we have Sensei, we've got Champ, we've got Journey, we've got all of these, Squishy Squad. So we'll take you through all of them. You'll get a look behind the curtain and see what they look like inside, what you buying, a little sneak peek into each one, and you guys can see what people are paying for. And you'll get an idea of what's worth and what's not worth it. So we'll move on. Okay, so I'm capping it there, because the next, I think I start going on to the Alpha Caller and collab stuff. So I'm just going to take you guys quickly through a couple of the things we've spoken about in terms of the tools. But before I do that, I just wanted to hand over to Simon so he could talk about Mintify, which I'm super excited about, guys. Like this is going to be fire. So listen up to what he's got to say about Mintify, and we are super lucky to be collaborating with them. Obviously, you guys in the chat are getting a first in on this, so you know, another benefit of being in the Alpha Kennel. And thank you to Simon for agreeing to this, and yeah, take it away.
Yo, what's up, Rick?
What's up, man?
Yo, dude, this is sick. This is really cool. This is awesome. I've never seen anyone do this. Like, you're like actually my professor, and like I'm back in school. This is sick. I love the stuff that you're saying. Like, I started off as an alpha caller. That's how everything started for me. And then I just kind of networked all of my. I literally slithered my way up to where I am today. Well, like not like a snake, but
we all did. We all did.
Yeah, you network from there. You build your connections. Like when I was at NFT NYC, I literally, Nikki presented me as an alpha caller. I was kind of pissed off, but I mean, whatever. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I started off as an alpha caller. I'll talk about Mintify in a sec, but like I kind of want to relate to this because
please.
Whatever. Yeah, so I started off as an alpha caller for Nikki G. I stayed loyal for literally 7 months, right? You see a lot of alpha callers, sort of stray off into a whole bunch of communities. Nothing wrong with that. I just decided, you know what? I think Nikki can provide a lot of value for me. And I identified that early on. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to give this guy everything I've got. And I did that for like 4 months straight, right? Where I just literally went absolutely crazy. I know there's a couple G babies in here. If you guys remember, like I probably didn't sleep for like 3 months. Took a massive, massive toll on my mental health and like physique. But you know what? We're working on it again. We're back on track in terms of all that. But I mean, in terms of like the workload and stuff, if you want to be someone in this space, at the end of the day, you just gotta work your fucking ass off. Okay, there's no other way to put it, right? Like I worked like literally 20 hours a day for 7 days a week, and threw away everything else because I was like, you know what, I want to make it in this space, and I'm not there yet, but I'm approaching my dreams, right? Like one of my bigger dreams and goals of this space was to become an advisor, and I thought like the best way I could do that was sort of like the alpha calling route and like showing my knowledge. But yeah, I worked really, really hard, and Rick, you're in great hands with Rick. He's an incredible alpha caller for the G babies, and if you guys are ever interested in alpha calling, just hit up Rick because we're looking for alpha callers. So yeah.
Well, that's part of this whole thing, Like I've said to people, there are opportunities, but we need to see that commitment. We need to see that, that drive, that fire. We want, we want people that are going to be committed and put in that work to get the rewards. Take the journey that we took to get to where we are, because I'll tell you, it's not an easy journey. It's not
easy at all.
It's not easy, but the thing is, it's an attainable journey. That's the beauty of it, is if you put in the work, you will get there. It's not maybe, you will get there, but it's going to take some work.
And I'll be honest though, like Nikki just randomly made me an alpha caller 1 month in, like while I was 1 month in the space. So like I kind of got lucky, and then I just started hitting all my calls I was making. I don't know, I was really lucky. I don't know why. And yeah, I just kind of catapulted from there, right? Like I just started going absolutely insane. I would like spend so much time. Like I guess for all the communities that you work with or that you guys plan on working with, my biggest recommendation is like showing that you actually care and like actually putting forth the effort. But like big time effort, right? Like doing like the extra little things that no one's really doing, right, is what really catapulted me into where I'm at today, right? I mean, it took me a while, but I genuinely feel like it was all really, really worth it at the end of the day. I personally don't call anymore or trade at all. I can't tell you the last time I minted an NFT. But like looking back, I actually pat myself on the back for everything that I did, all like the hustling and all that. Cause I mean, it was a lot, but was all worth it. And alpha calling is great, right? So yeah, let's talk about Mintify. Um, so yeah, this is a collaboration that I've set up with Mr. Rickstarr here. Um, it's a tool that's been around for quite some time now. It's been around for like 6 months, but we've been building it for a lot longer than that. Um, and it's something that I'm actually really, really proud to put my name on and to be a part of, because once you really understand the vision of Mintify, that it's not really just a tool, but it has the opportunity of being like the Google, the Amazon, the Coinbases of Web3, then you'll like really understand like sort of like the foundation that we've built, right? The entire premise of Mintify, I kind of narrowed it down into foundation for scalability, right? So essentially, we've built everything, the foundation for months and months and months, so that we can scale it for the future, right? So I'll tell you guys a funny story. I was on call with our founder Evan, and I'm sure you guys will meet him. Um, I was proposing a feature, right? To kind of like, because I do the upcoming drops and stuff for Mintify. Um, and I was like, okay, what if he had like a rating system? He had that done in 5 minutes, and it was on the website ready to go the next day, right? So it's like I've personally never seen that, right? Like there's usually like this and that and blah blah blah, all these like authorizations and this. No, it was done on the spot and ready to go, right? I don't know if I can screen share, but
You
I can
can,
just
bro.
tell you
Yeah,
guys.
no. You
I
can
can.
screen share. Yeah, of course you can.
All right, let me not leak anything. Hold up. Sec. All right. So this is. You guys might need to mute. Actually, I'll share my screen easier. So this is Mintify. There's a public Discord that you guys can all join. And this is pretty much like, if I were to show you, like, this is unbelievable. I've actually never seen this in any tool. So you look, these are the announcements, right? We do like weekly announcements sometimes, like every 2 days, every day. And this is the amount of updates that the site gets literally every day. I mean, yeah, some of this stuff is absolutely crazy. If I were to show you the products updates, you guys would be absolutely wowed, right? Like we take a super, super proactive approach onto like, identifying issues, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to leak too much because Evan is going to do a way better job of explaining what we do, and really selling the vision. But like, if I were to just scroll, like, I'm going to do this pretty fast. Like, it's a lot, right? Like,
Damn.
we do a lot.
Damn.
And Evan is super, super receptive to like the team and everything like that. So like we're always here to sort of create. We're really here to innovate, right? So I just want you guys to understand that before you guys kind of learn more about Mintify, that Mintify really isn't a trading tool. I mean, it is, and we're going to be the best one, in my opinion, right? As I've used Parsec, I've used NFT Nerds, I've used everything. I personally think that we have the foundation to be better than most of the tools in the space, and you guys will see that we're really going to be the all-in-one, like one stoppage stop, whatever it's called.
One-stop shop.
Where can we find your information?
So that'll be presented on Thursday, but I can send you guys the Twitter. So let me go ahead and do that now.
So
I'll put it in the chat here.
On Thursday, Ditka's going to be running through all the tools, Sensei and all of that. We're going to feature Mintify as like our main one on Thursday. So we'll have, hopefully we'll have Evan in here, and we'll, if he's available, and you guys will get a full run through on it. And that's a sneak peek. No one else has got that. So you guys will be one of the first groups to see behind something that I feel is going to like whip the ass of most of these other ones.
Everything.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we're really trying to build for the future. Evan describes it best, right? It's like we're trying to build tools for people that they don't know they need yet. If you get what I'm trying to say, like we're building for things that you don't know yet, for the consumers, for the future.
100%.
We're thinking like 6-12 months ahead. So there's stuff that I won't leak, but pretty cool stuff, right? I personally like Rick said throughout this entire course, like I wouldn't really associate myself with like things that I didn't necessarily believe in. And it is a big thing to say like I think I'm a part of like the next Google and Amazon and all that, but it genuinely feels like that. Um I don't know if Evan's coming here, but like I can give like a brief rundown. I don't know if you guys are too familiar with Gadget Flow, but he's the founder of that. So he has that Web 2 experience and like the ability to sort of scale. He's also been in Web3 for longer than probably all of us, unfortunately. Um, so sometimes like I think he's a noob, and then he like completely schools me, right? So whatever. But yeah, no, I'm super bullish on Mintify. We have our last drop ever is coming sometime in August. So right now we have like 500 NFTs out on OpenSea. The floor is like 0.2. But yeah, I expect really big things. I'm super excited that Mintify is actually working with Alpha Kennel. Really looking for tight knit communities and stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much my spiel. But yeah.
Let me just unmute 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. Why am I? Give me a second. Unmute.
And Rick's amazing. I love Rick.
Wait. Yo, we back. Sorry, guys. The mute button just escaped me for a second. Guys, I'm so excited about this. I really hope that everyone's here on Thursday to get the full rundown of this, because this is going to be a game changer, and getting into things early like this is the key. Getting in early, as you all know, in Web3 is the thing. I also, you must understand that Simon is a hard-working motherfucker, and if you you get in touch with Simon, especially if you guys want to do some alpha calling, because he's the man to speak to. But I want you guys to apply yourselves, and represent the Alpha Kennel 100%, so that anyone coming out of here, people know, oh shit, they know their stuff. I'm just gonna.
We work with a lot of projects, so like, Rick's gonna bring you guys a lot of opportunities and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, let's. I'll just go into that slightly. Basically, what we'll be doing is we've got a lot of projects that we're working with at the moment, myself and Simon, and Bridge 3, and they themselves are looking for people to obviously work in their projects, because they're all new projects. So we need the best of the best. So I'm hoping that we can find among you guys the best of the best, to give them the best of the best, so that they will be super happy with the people that we're providing, the staff that we're providing. So it kind of, Alpha Kennel will turn into like a recruitment agency of sorts, as well as a launch pad, like what we were speaking about. 3 weeks time, I'm hoping for us to launch our first free mint. If people weren't here, I'll just drop that in there now. That was the whole beginning of yesterday's thing, is that we're trying to get a group of 20 of us, 10 to 20 of us. We're going to just start pumping out free mints. We've got artists, we've got developers, and I think that we can keep up with these other people that are doing free mints, like Moonbats, Moonrats, Stray Dogs, all of that type of thing. I think we can keep up with them, and I think we can do it better. I've got 3 or 4 artists, I would say, that can literally pump out 2 projects a month. So if we want to go down this free mint rabbit hole, like I've said to you guys, and you guys want to invest in something that can potentially make you bags and make you a Lambo instead of a couple of ETH, obviously you could get involved with that through the Alpha Kennel. That's just another part of the Alpha Kennel that we're providing. So as well as the recruitment, we've also got that. So I'm just going to show you quickly about the alpha calling thing, because I don't want to stray too far off it, because we will be going into that more. But let's just look at NFT nerds now. I'm going to just show you as a free, like any single one of you can go and do this right now and go and have a look at how to call a project. You don't really need the full tools, although I do recommend them. Nerds has gone all the way down to 0.0001. It used to be only 0.01, so you used to only be able to see those walls. Now you can kind of break it down to like micro, like 0.00, so you can see all the walls and how many are listed at each wall. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, you can see how many 1 minute pending transactions. There aren't any. So like, although this is at the top of the trending, I would expect to see a drop now because of that. Now I'll show you where we find that. So if you go here into threshold and you go to the momentum chart and you just push this up to whatever you want. So I would say 0.5, because the floor price right now is 0.022. Your de-risk goes, see, okay, so maybe your exit here would have to be around 0.08, I would say, for you to make a profit. Maybe 0.07, maybe. So you put it up to 0.07, see like what we're dealing with. So you can see here real time, and it's not real time, it's slightly delayed, but I mean 10:01, 10:04. So this is kind of real time. There's a 1 minute delay on it. So you can see. So the purple are the sales. The new listings are that. So let's pull it down to 0.03, because that's kind of what we're dealing with now, 0.04. And let's see how people are reacting right now. So are they buying or are they selling? So we're seeing a lot of people, the red is relisting down, undercutting. So people, there was quite a lot of that here, but it seems to have stopped now. Now what you want to see here is purple arrows and no green and no red. If you see that, then it's a good sign. If you see these green bars and red bars start appearing again in the next couple seconds, it's not a good sign at all. I'll just put it up slightly just so we can see. But you can see people are starting to list now. The sales have kind of dropped. I would say if I was holding now, this would probably be my point of sale, because you can see the listings are coming in. The sales are not. This could be laggy, but it doesn't look like the sales are really kicking at the moment. 1 minute pending, I'm not seeing anything. So it's nothing great.
Does this only work with ETH, or does it work with Sol too?
On NFT nerds, unfortunately, it's only ETH at the moment. So yeah.
Oh no, I was just asking.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that we can try, but I'm pretty sure that let's just try this. No, so yeah, it is only ETH for the moment. That's something that I like about Token, is that unfortunately they don't have the analytics yet, but they are planning to do cross-platform, which is amazing. We need cross-platform because OpenSea is cross-platform, so you'd like to see it. I'll show you something cool as well. Like what they have now here is the mint. The mint, they didn't have this before. Now they've got it, so you can kind of see how many mints are busy going through at the moment. You can click on this here, and what it will show. I don't know if it's going to let you. So you can see kind of like the time chart over the last hour of the minting. It's kind of picking up. You can kind of keep an eye on mints here. This is a free mint. Bart's Barn Friend, whatever that is. But yeah, you can have a look there. I'll show you another way of seeing it. So if you go to Block Probe and you go here, this is probably the best one for me, the most reliable. You could see here. So although 2,800 have minted, look how many people have minted. So that to me, 5% of people own that. Like it's a 5% ratio. It's terrible. Like this year is a lot better. League of Profits, whatever this is, because it's at least even. But I mean, if you look with the amount that it's minted out, it's probably not going to make it. So because they're charging, it looks free though. It is free. Here's the price. So it is free, and it's got a floor, but it just doesn't seem to be going that hard. So I would just keep an eye on this. This is a good page to watch, to look out for your free mints. That one and what's minting now. I kind of prefer this for some reason. I just do. Maybe it's just out of habit. And then obviously you've got your explore page on Block Probe as well, which is it's quite good. I kind of use it a lot. It's also probably just out of habit. But there are better tools in this. So I'll just, one last thing I'm going to show you guys is now how to do this manually. So let's just go to a project. Let's look for something that's trending kind of. So we'll go to this. Let's go to. Let's go to Ledger. Okay, let's go to Ledger. Okay, so Ledger. Also, guys, make sure you go into the right collection. That's just something that I've seen so many people make mistakes with. They can set it up so well now that it looks like the real deal. So here we see, so 0.062. Now, let's have a look at the walls manually. So you go to price, click buy it now. You'll see here how many are listed in total, 836 out of 10K. Look at this ratio, how beautiful this is. Most people only own one. There's only a few people that own two. Look how many listed. Not bad. Nice, good signs you want to see. Now let's see. So if we had to buy this, I'd say we'd probably look for an exit of around 0.62. Let's say we wanted to get out at around 0.75. So we'll go 7499. I tend to do that because I don't want to include the 75 because there's probably a wall there. If I was going to list, I'd list it 0.745 to be under that 0.75 wall, so I guarantee a sale. I will just check here, and there's 168 items, which isn't a huge wall, but when you're looking at it, it's not the greatest. Now let's go look at how many are actually selling per minute and see if it could break that wall. We're getting around an average of 10 to 15 a minute. Now let's have a look at, now this is what I was talking about, turning the listings and the sales on. You turn them both on and you're going to see a picture here. Now white is listings, blue is sales. And as you can see, there is a lot of listing compared to sales. Now, for me, that's not a good sign. You can look at the listings, they're all very close to floor. And for that reason, this would probably be a good exit. Unless, I mean, because of the holder ratio, maybe I would just hold something like this. Plus it's, you know, it's the, it's Ledger, it could be good. But this is generally not a good sign in a project to see so many listings and so few sales, given that they did mint out a day ago, so you would expect this. It's just keep an eye on what people are listing at. That's the most important thing. And if it's very close to floor, then it's dangerous because then it's building up a wall. You don't want that. So yeah, that's how to check it manually. And then I will just show you one more thing before we go on this. Someone's talking. Can you just make that up? Okay, so if you go here and you look at, this is something I use as well, is I go and I have a look at the sweeps. So I go and see what people are busy sweeping, because somehow this does help. So I see that people are sweeping the socio pet thing or whatever it's called. I'm going to go into it now, and I generally get a good feel for if a project, like look how many pendings there are here. There's a couple there. That's a good sign. I would want more pendings in that. Like we showed you yesterday, if you want to have a look and see what they are trying to put it through as, you could see here they got 37 guay. So I could potentially do this. Okay, he's got it already. But if you catch him in time, you can go and you can beat him on gas, because you can look and see So you just go beat them with 80 gas or whatever it might be. But you can watch this. So what I do is this: I'll select the bottom 4 or 5. Generally on OpenSea, I'll leave X2, Y2 out, and I'll just see how long it will take for those to get snapped up, and if there's any pendings on them, if there's any type of movement. And then this is kind of how I'll gauge it as well. So I'll do a few things. I'll go on Nerds, I'll go on Block Probe, I'll go in here, and if it ticks all the boxes, then I'll make the call, you know. So just a little bit of insight as to how my mind works when I make a call, guys. And yeah, 374 results. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know how big this collection is. We can go have a quick look. But yeah, that's just how my mind works when I'm making a call. And I hope everyone's mind works differently with calls. So obviously your minds are going to work differently. You're going to read it differently. You're going to probably have different signals. I'm just giving you mine and hope that, you know, you pick something up from it and you think, you know, oh, that's cool. I'll do it that way. We will go further into the tools on Thursday. It's just you know, I also don't want to keep this too long. It's an hour, so I'm trying to cap the classes at an hour, because I know after an hour it starts getting a little bit boring. So yeah, guys, thank you all for being here for this one. Thank you to Simon for joining in. This one's small collection, 266, 10% listed. You can just keep refreshing here and just see if that number goes up. That's another thing that I do. It's all these little things that you do that will, like, basically see it's just started gone up there by 1, but then it went back down. So I just keep doing this, you know, little things like this, and it will give me an indication of if it's a good call or if it isn't a good call. Like I said, record all your calls as obviously as much as you can, and you know, use the signals, be honest, and guys, be patient. This is the long game. Where I see so many people that are impatient in this game. We here for the long run. With this isn't something that's just going to be, you know, overnight. You know, boom, I'm a successful alpha caller. You know, I'm making it doesn't work like that. Like, make 2-3 calls a week. Make sure you nail those calls. Screenshot them. You know what I mean? Move it up to 6 calls a week. You know, start gaining your confidence that way. Don't try and walk before you run. I see people in this space that literally, you know, I've been grinding for 6 months now, like no paid, like no, I've only recently started getting paid, like within the last month, 2 months. I was broke as fuck before that, but I was working because I knew that eventually it will pay off. And the thing is, it starts to, like, multiply. So, you know, it paying off now will multiply even more in a year, and even more in the next year, and even more the next year. And that's why you guys are in the perfect position now to get in now, start building your name now, so that in a year's time, your name is highly, highly valuable. Now, I'll just end off with one thing, and then that's just about the projects, what we're going to be doing as Alpha Kennel. So we're looking at around 3 weeks time, we want to drop our first free mint. Obviously all Alpha Kennel like founders, pass holders will be able to access that, and will get a profit share from that free mint. It might go well, it might flop, but at the end of the day, like, we're gonna have enough in the bank to try this 10-15 times, and, you know, and make sure that we get it right. We're going to be putting out free mints with no obligations, no Discord, you know, like same thing as everyone else has been doing, with some dope ass art. And then what we will do is we will just put the cherry on the cake. Guess what? We've got the training of alpha callers. We've got the training of collab managers. We've got the training of mods. So we just split up this team, and we start running different projects in between this team. I see that there's around, well, I'm not going to count, but there's 15, maybe 20 people in here. There's been throughout this chat. So imagine that. Imagine the 20 of us being a group of 20 founders of projects of free mints. No one's done that. They're all working in small crews. Us all joining together with the amount of people we all know, all the communities that we in, that's what's going to make it. We pushing out free mints with value. You know, we'll come up with sick roadmaps. I know that there's people in this chat that have amazing ideas for different projects. I've particularly got ideas. I know everyone's got great ideas for NFT projects. Let's speak about them. Let's get it at the end of this week. Let's get into a brainstorm session where we open all the mics and everyone just starts talking about, you know, what project they think could work. What can we do? What's going to be our first free mint? What should the artwork be? I bet you with so many of us, we are going to come up with a fire concept. And that concept is going to be just the beginning, because from there, we're just going to move on. We're going to make another free mint and another free mint and another free mint. And the art's just going to keep coming out and the utilities will start coming out. As you know, we grow our bank and we start making some real money. You know, you guys will start seeing the benefits of all of this, believe me. So thanks guys for being here to the end. And I'm recording this once again. So I'll release it. Yesterday's quality was just terrible. So I've got a bit of a hack that I'm going to do. I'm going to upload it to YouTube and then I'm going to download it from YouTube, because YouTube has amazing compression software. And they'll do it a lot better than iMovie or anything can do it. So will upload it as a high-res 720p, and then what I will do is just download it, and I think it should reduce it to under 100 megs, in which case I can post it and you guys can go through all the information again. If anyone's got any questions about the course or alpha calling, please ask now. If you don't want to ask now, you're welcome to DM me. If you guys want advice on how to become an alpha caller, DM me. I'm telling you, I give you guys my word. And as I said to you, your name and is everything in this space. I give you my word that if there are one or two good people in here that can prove to me that they're good alpha callers, I will have you a job in Nikki G's server as an alpha caller. Obviously, we'll start on a trial period, but I will have you guys in that server making calls for Nikki G, who is a huge influence in the space, within a week. But you guys prove to me that you want this, because I'm not just going to give this to anyone. Trust me, like it's putting my name on the line. That's the problem. So I can't just send anyone in there. Whoever I send in there is going to reflect on me. So I've sent someone in there into a few projects. I placed Papa and Pinky, who were on the pilot course. They did very well. I placed them into Gas Guzzlers, and they're flying as mods. You know, they're receiving a salary now. And this is what I want to do for all of you, for every single one of you. Not if you guys don't want to go down this path of us being the free mint, capital of the world, then fine, I'll get you guys jobs like in different projects. And I think, you know what, it might even be worth you guys taking up those jobs anyway, as well as us doing this free mint thing, because that's just going to broaden your reach. You're gonna be a mod in a project, you're gonna be an alpha caller in a project. Of course, us launching a free mint is going to be helpful that you're a mod in a project, because you can push it to that whole community. So we potentially are building an empire here. And consider yourselves lucky, because all these other motherfuckers are out here right now trying to grind for one single NFT. And guess what? We all in here talking about launching projects as a community, and there's enough of us. We've got enough liquid, we've got enough talent, we've got enough connections. We are going to become the free mint capital of the fucking world. Now, I'm telling you that now. Like, we're going to be putting out the best free mints that people are going to want to hold, and people that hold the Alpha Kennel pass will have access to all of those free mints. So guess what? You're going to be, even if you don't have the time to be involved with launching projects, just hold on to your Alpha Kennel pass, and every time there's a free mint, guess what? You first in line. You go and you mint 10. You go flip those 10. If you don't, that's aside from you having your job as a moderator or an alpha caller in a different group. So, guys, the future's looking bright. You know, I'm over trading NFTs in a way. Like I want to work in Web3. I don't want to be. I don't want to work for Web3. Like I want to work in Web3. At the moment, everyone's working for Web3. We need to become Web3, and we at the point right now where we can do it because this space is still so new. You know, we are the pioneers. We are the ones that are going to change everything, and we're going to start up with the Freeman meta. We're going to build up enough capital, and guess what? We're going to launch a motherfucking fire project, like something with real utility, something that's going to give passive income to holders, something that we all want from NFTs, but just no founder has been able to provide it. We'll be able to provide it. Let us get a few of these Freemans under our belts, and then you'll see where we're at. Trust me. No one's going to fuck with us. No one. I challenge you guys. Go look at other projects. Go look how many founders they have. Imagine showing up to a project that has 20 founders. What you going to think? Jesus, this project is on a new level. Look at this. 20 founders. 20 people running this project, 20 minds, 20 skills, 20 connections. You know what I mean? We're doing it different. These other guys, 2, 3, 4, 5 founders, you know what? We a launch pad. We're going to be shooting these, and it's not just art. We're going to do music NFTs. We're going to do real life utility. Maybe we're going to go buy up a property somewhere. You know, I was thinking Spain, Portugal, Greek, like somewhere, even the Caribbean. We go buy up a beautiful mansion. We take that mansion and we use that as an NFT. All holders get a stay in that mansion once a year. So guess what? You don't pay for holidays every year. Your holidays paid for of buying one NFT. And if you can't stay, fine. You sell your night stay to other people that want to go stay in the place because it will be a beautiful mansion. Yeah, Dominican Republic, bro. Perfect. I know the house prizes there. We can get something beautiful there. Beautiful. A mansion on the beach. We get 300-400 people to buy in. We own that thing. Do you know what I mean? That's our mansion. People will come and they will stay at the thing and they'll pay us to stay. They will go into the community wallet. Guess what? The next year we buy another one in Argentina. The next year we buy one in Cancun. The next year we buy one in Florida. Before you know it, we've got 50, 60 properties around the world. I'm just throwing you guys one idea that's going to come out of the Alpha Kennel because that shit's real. I'm talking about going to sports teams, telling them about their ticketing system and going, listen, why are you running with the black market and, you know, like on the street selling tickets? Make your shit into an NFT. You don't have to make it all into an NFT. Do 50% of your ticket sales NFTs, 50 e-tickets. We went from a ticket, a paper ticket, to a QR code. What's the next logical step? You tell me. It's NFTs. It's right there in front of us because you've got secondary sales as well. You've got like afterwards, there's value in holding that ticket. Imagine going to the first Lil Baby concert, the first Post Malone concert, the first Michael Jackson concert, how much that NFT will be worth one day. And we can do that. It's just about approaching festivals and saying, right, we want to run this. We want to do this. We're doing all of this through the Alpha Kennel. All of this through the Alpha Kennel. So a founder's pass with the Alpha Kennel means a lot more than a founder's pass anywhere else, because basically you're buying into a board of directors, and that's something special. That's something that no one else in the NFT space is doing. You're going to be part of a group, and an important group. Because we're going to work on pace. 2 weeks time, boom, Freeman's out. Next one, boom, out. We're going to work on pace because we've got enough people behind this and we can just keep that pace going. Right, you need a few days off, take a few days off. We've got you covered. There's 20 of us. So, yeah, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. All of this is recorded. does anyone want to add anything? I see Ditka's just popped in the house. He missed Simon's chat on Mintify, but you've seen Mintify. What do you think of it?
Me, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm dying to get in and get under the hood, but I'm hoping to get a copy of it pretty soon, and if I get one, I'll start doing a demo on it maybe on Thursday when I do my class.
Well, I don't know. Obviously, Simon was talking about the collab. Will that include some beta access for some of our users? Some of our
Working on that. I'm not sure beta access, but I don't want to reveal too much because we haven't really.
All right, yeah. Let's keep that.
We're still talking about that, so I don't want to promise anything.
Yeah, let's keep some of the things. Some surprises for the rest of the week. So
say that it's a promising tool that approaches things a little differently than some of the other tools that we've seen recently. I think it's got some serious potential.
Yeah, man. And we're going to be getting that. We've got so many other projects that are reaching out to us as well for collabs. So, guys, keep an eye on the giveaway channel because obviously we're a small server, so your chances of winning are higher. And I want to keep the server small. I'm really not trying to make this server huge. It was never my goal. I wanted a tight knit family in here because we're gonna be launching some serious shit out of here. We don't want paper hands and people who want to take advantage of what we're going to be doing. We want people that are going to be building with us. And who knows? Maybe we take on Yuga Labs. Fuck, who knows? I'm being real, man. Like I'll work day and night. Like we'll launch so many free mints until our fucking community wallet's so big that we'll go, right, let's take on these guys. Like we've got potential here, guys, because no one's been doing this. No one's been like getting together and going, right, let's work as a team and let's actually do something in this space. It's like one or two friends that go, yeah, let's make an NFT project. No one's been like, let's get 20 of us or 30 of us together and let's all pool our money and let's just start pumping out good mints. Because we've got the funds, we've got the people, we've got the team, we've got the network, we've got the, they come to us and they ask us for staff members. We've got the staff members. We've got the alpha callers, we've got the collab managers, we've got the moderators, we've got everyone here. So we are the place that people are coming for the staff, but not only that, we're the ones releasing the projects. They're also coming and asking us for advice on how to launch their projects. I'm already doing that. That's my job. I'm an analyst. That's what my job is. I get on phone calls with people, telling people how the best way to do a mint is, how much they should charge, but we're going to be the agency releasing the mint. So who do you think is going to have the advantage here? Like, guys, just stay on this train and keep in the loop and keep your notifications on because you don't want to get left behind on this shit. Believe me, it's crazy. Like I'm not looking at NFTs. I'm not looking at buying anything. I'm not looking at even crypto. I don't give a shit about crypto anymore. All I care about right now is this. This is what's going to be like. I've seen lots of opportunities in this space, but I never seen any opportunity like this. So, yeah, guys, let's fucking go. Thank you for joining us. Everything will be recorded. We hit an hour and a half, not bad. I will be able to put that on YouTube, no problem. And with our little hack that me and Ditka discussed earlier, which should be higher quality than yesterday. And join us tomorrow because tomorrow is a exciting one as well. We've got Rachel, I believe, in the house. I'll just post the
yes, Rachel is on tomorrow night.
Yeah, Rachel will be on tomorrow night. The YouTube link is J Money's asking this. So the first YouTube link is in the announcements. You can go in there and check it out. That was from last night. It's the first half.
It's potato quality. We're gonna
Yeah,
try to
if you
upload
guys
it in
if you guys can just give us until tomorrow morning, we're gonna do 720p because the quality on that is just I'm not happy with it. The audio is okay, but you can't see anything. So let us just upload it to YouTube 720p, re-download it from YouTube 720p, and then upload it onto the announcements channel. So you'll have all of that by tomorrow. Guys, there's one more thing that I'll add is on Friday, I'm doing a thing called Sink or Swim through Bridge 3. It's a concept I came up with that is basically like a Shark Tank. So we're going to have 5 different projects on. They're all going to be up for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We're going to have judges. They're going to shill their project, and then we're going to give them reactions, laughing emojis, hearts emojis, whatever. And the good thing about it is that they're all contributing to a pot. So every person listening stands a chance to win one of the prizes, which they're going to be, I mean, I think last time we checked, there was close to like $600 in prizes going to be given out in the AMA. So, but there's a lot more. There's NFTs, ledgers, ETH prizes. There's a lot. I think I don't want to say it too much, but there's a lot of prizes being given out within that AMA. All you need to do is just follow. I'll put the post in here. Don't worry. Just follow the announcements channel, and I'll
so
keep
far,
it.
but it sounds awesome.
Yeah, man.
It sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be funny as hell. It's at 6 p.m. EST on Twitter on the Bridge 3 account. It's going to be funny as hell because some of these projects are going to come up and we're going to ask them hard questions and they're going to fail. And people are going to start calling them it's going to be like no holds barred. Do you know what I mean? Brutal. Like we want it to be a space that's comedic, but also people are winning prizes and informative. So everything in one. So it's super exciting. It's something that we also going to be. I'm doing it through Bridge 3. I was going to do it through Alpha Kennel. I just want to team up with Nikki on this. Nikki's provided me with a lot of opportunities, so I feel it's right. Plus, I'm working with Bridge 3. So
well, Bridge 3 is going to provide some of the projects to come there, and they have a very, very reach, so it could be a really big event and a lot of fun. So
yeah, we are linked already, guys, with G Babies. You know, as you can see, Simon, he's one of the head guys of G Babies, and we will be doing I will be doing some of these classes in the G Babies alpha group as well. So I love the G Babies. So you know, it's Alpha Kennel, G Babies, Mutant Shiba, and those are the 3 main things for me. I just want you guys to know that this is going to be priority though. Alpha Kennel and our free mints and the stuff we're going to be putting out is going to be amazing. And the course is going to continue. You know, the course will continue. You guys can start taking the course eventually. You know, I found someone that can present well, how to become a moderator. Boom, you guys take it. And you obviously you'll get reimbursed for that. It will be your job. So soon, you know, as the server's growing, we're going to need mods in here. We're going to need alpha callers in here. I am looking for people in for the alpha kennel as well. I would encourage you guys to, like I said, record your calls, go into Puppy Alpha and make your calls, screenshot them and keep those. And then when I do ask for alpha callers like next week or whenever I do, send me your call so I can see what you guys have been calling and how it's been performing, because I'll have to pass that on to Nikki G and G Babies for them to approve you as an alpha caller, and then we'll get you on there as on a trial, you know, and see how you guys do as an alpha caller for one of the biggest influencers in Web3. So, all right, guys, thank you so much.
Tomorrow's Rachel's class on whitelist grinding strategies, and just to reiterate, she got 2 whitelists for Hape. There's never been a whitelist that she didn't get. She got possessed. She got I don't know. Name a fire project between November and now, and she's gotten whitelist for it. So she's gonna teach you guys how to do that. On Thursday, I'm gonna go over some alpha passes, but I'm probably gonna shorten my alpha pass portion a little bit because I really want to give you guys a demonstration on NFT Sensei, and I'm trying to dive into token a little bit. I haven't used it much, but I'm going to show you what I can of it.
And we've got
And,
Mentify. Mentify are going to be in the house on
hopefully by then I'll get a
Thursday.
look at Mintify. If I have a way
No,
to show you
Oh,
guys,
it's
I will.
not going to be. It's not going to be us. It's going to be them. They're going to be in here showing us.
Oh, they're gonna be in here. Oh yeah, perfect. Cool.
Yeah. So,
And I'd love to show you guys a little deep dive into NFT Sensei. I've actually been using that for a few weeks now, and I think I'm getting pretty good at it. It's definitely a learning curve to it, but damn, it's really powerful. So
I'll reach out to. I will reach out to Token and see. I'll probably be able to get Breezo or someone in here to, just also help with the review on that.
yeah, maybe we do that for like give them a whole like 45 minutes or an hour one time instead of
Yeah.
because there's a lot to go over.
Guys, there's a lot of projects reaching out to us. Like we could have anyone in here right now. So
we definitely want to definitely need to get. It's turning into like an arms race of tools right now, and I think that's like the next little frontier here is there's a lot of crazy minting bots and like the pre-mint bots are all starting to roll out. I know Token and NFT Sensei are both working on one. NFT Thunder has one. There's some other groups that have pre-mint bots, so I don't know if you guys know that this stuff exists, but for entering a pre-mint raffle, you can set up a bot to enter it, and instead of entering once, you can enter it like 30 times.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I thank you so much.
Who is that? Somebody's got a question for you.
What's that? What did you say?
Yeah. Come on in. What's up?
Yeah, we, bro.
Who's that? Anyone?
It's No Guay Jose.
Oh, let me wait. He's muted for some reason. Wait.
No, he's not. I can hear him. Maybe you have him muted.
No, I can hear him. What's up?
Hey, yeah. So I'm just trying to I just jumped into this and I'm like really like intrigued and all this and I want to learn all this stuff, but like I kind of jumped in late. So what's a good place to start off so I could like kind of pick up to where y'all left off or whatnot?
Dude, I've recorded this whole thing, so what I'm gonna do is the minute that this is done, I'm gonna start rendering it. It's gonna take a while to compress it because it's an hour and 40 minutes, but by tomorrow morning it will be up in good quality and you can just watch the whole thing. It's just this was just a breakdown of, so if for anyone else, because I'm sure there are some other people that are new in here as well, this is just basically what we're doing is we're running a 1-week course. It's going to cover all sorts of aspects of working in Web3 because I work as an analyst for Bridge 3 and I have a lot of connections that actually need staff at the moment. They need alpha callers. I know that Nikki G server are looking for an alpha caller as well, so I've got that opportunity as well for someone. Lots of moderator jobs that are coming out, a collab manager as well. I've got loads of those, people asking for those. Social media manager, it goes on. And then obviously we are looking to do a launch pad as well, as a group. So we're going to be putting out free mints and we're going to basically become a huge launch pad of free mints between us. So we'll be running different projects, assigning within the group will each be assigned to a different project, a different free mint, and we'll actually start giving people value on these free mints, so alpha, and maybe training courses. We can do all sorts of things. There can be a lot more than that, but that's why I want the brainstorming session with all of you where you guys can all contribute and go, yo, I think this is a good idea for an NFT. Let's do this, let's do that. And we come up with a consensus, we vote, okay, that's the coolest idea, and that will be our first free mint, which I'm looking at 15th of August is a cool launch date for us for our first free mint. So we've got a lot going on here in the Alpha Kennel, yeah. But welcome, and yeah,
Okay.
I hope you're with us on the journey, man. We don't want to be consumers anymore. We don't want to be buying stuff off OpenSea. We've got amazing artists that are very skilled that you know, obviously will work with us, and it's just about us putting out mints that have some type of value. You go look at like these free mints that have come out. They've done 1,000 Ethereum in volume. And to be quite honest, a lot of them are super average. And I think that they've got no Discord, no type of utility, whereas we have the knowledge and the know-how to actually provide them with some utility. I'll just give you guys a quick look into the pass itself. It's in the box in the text VC. I've just posted in there. That's just a sneak peek. It's not a final product, but we will all of the founders will be holding one of these. You just give it a second. It's in the text chat. I'm sure some of you have seen it already, but this will be your access card to the Alpha Kennel. And this will basically be like, if you hold one of these, you'll be on the board, you know, on the board members. I don't know if could you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can see it. Yeah, so yeah, that's just, I mean, it to be honest, the final one looks a lot better. That one's just like a demo. The actual one's going to be a lot better than that. That one is super fire. I love it. It's 10 out of 10. But the one that I've seen, the more recent one, is like 100 out of 10. So that's going to be the founder's pass. And if you hold that, all the money that goes from that will, obviously we need to just pay a few like the artists and stuff, but that's not a lot, like not a huge portion. All the rest of it will be going into a community wallet, which will be used for the free mint. So your money won't be going to waste. Our money won't be going to waste. We'll all be investing. I'll be buying one myself, even as a founder, because I want to contribute as well to the pot. And I want us to have enough in the pot to be able to deploy multiple free mints, not just one. Like I literally, we need to hit it. We need to hit this thing now. And you know, we're hitting it at the right time, because if we catch a bull run and we've already got this going, man, sky's the limit, guys. Like I say, what color Lambo do you want? So yeah, super excited, guys. Glad that I got to share some of that with you. You guys are seeing that I'm not playing games. I'm here to really take us all to the next level, not just me. Like, we all go together, you know what I mean? We all fly together. So I appreciate you all. I'm stronger with you guys. Like, me by myself, I'm just another influencer launching another project, or another one of these people launching Moonbats, like 2-3 people launching a project. I need all of you. As much as you need me, I need all of you. Like, you guys, us having a group of 20 founders is what's going to make us different. So I need you guys. You guys need me. I need you. We need fucking ETH, and we're gonna get it. So that's a roundup, guys. It's been an awesome one. It's been one of my favorite lessons that I've done. I'm gonna record it and I'll put that out, and I'll definitely be watching it again for some inspiration.
And one more thing, Rick. So this class, it's going to be all the way to the 29th, same time?
Yeah. Tomorrow night, it's 1 hour later. But then the rest of the nights, I believe, are at 7 p.m. again. It's just tomorrow night, it's at 8 p.m. EST, purely because Rachel's got commitments that means she can only make it at 8 p.m. So on that particular day, it will always be 8 p.m. on a Wednesday. But these classes will run every week. The content is not going to stay the same. So we're going to cover different topics all the time.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and you'll have lifetime access to that. The other thing is that also just remember that, you know, buying into this is also going to almost guarantee you a job. All I want is just people that are committed. That's all you need to show me. Show me that you're committed, and I swear, like, I'll get you guys a job by the end of this week. If you can show me a good alpha call and that you've been making good calls, send me the screenshots and I will have you an alpha caller job with one of the biggest influencers in the space by Friday. I'm not kidding. Like, you know what I mean? I can do this. So guys, welcome to the Alpha Kennel show. We're about to take over. All right, I'm gonna stop it there. And in meeting